Hello, in this lecture I'm going to show you how to upload your library into PyPi, which is a repository that contains all Python packages which we can install with pip. So once you upload your library into PyPi, everyone will be able to install your library using pip. And the steps are very simple. I'm going to take you through those steps one by one in this video. Let's start. Go to pypi.org. This is URL. So we're going to have to make your library available here, so everyone who enters the library name here can find it. And if your library can be found in here, pip can also find and install the library as well. And the very first step is to register in PyPi, and everyone can do that. So fill in the registration data and click on Create Account. And you need to verify your email address, because otherwise the upload to PyPi will not work. So go to your email account and look out for an email from PyPi, and that should be a link to verify your email address. And once you do that, that means we are ready to go. And go to sunnyday.py. This is a file that we developed. As you can see here, I have added another file because we need a couple of extra files for the upload to work well in PyPi. And you can find these files attached as a resource in this lecture, or you can create them on your own, because this is just a file with containing just one line. The file name is __init__.py, and this file has to be in the same directory with our main file, which is sunnyday.py. In this file, what I'm doing is I'm saying from sunnyday.sunnyday import weather. What is sunnyday.sunnyday? Well, as you can see, sunnyday now is residing inside this sunnyday folder, so please do the same. Put these two files inside a folder which has to have the same name as the main file. Sunnyday here, sunnyday there. I'm doing this because you might have more than one file. Here we have only one file, so sunnyday.py, but you might have more, and you might want to make available all the classes of those files in one single file. So init, this file, serves that purpose, because when someone imports a library, let's say imports, what happens is that this file is actually executed. The __init__. That is a special file. So in other words, we are uploading this library as a package, not as a module. So a module is a single Python file, which should be sunnyday.py. A package is a folder containing several files. In this case, it happens to have only the sunnyday.py file, but also the init.py file. So yeah, that's the idea. We create a package. And so inside this package, we have these two files, and then you'll see that, so this is the package folder. Inside that we had these two files, and outside of this package you need to have this setup.py file, and so these two items reside in a folder. And so that's all we have. That's all we need for the files. The main folders, which contains the package folder and the setup.py file, and that's it. Setup.py file, what is it? You can find this attached in the resources as well. It has this code. You can find this code on the web if you look for setup.py, if you do some Google search. And so it's a template. So this gives some parameters to PyPi, what to do with the package. So for example, it gives the name of the library. So what name do you want to give to your library? These three parameters here are required, so you have to change them. To pick a name, go to PyPi and search for the name you want to give to your library. For example, I want to give it the name Sunnyday. If you don't see any results, that means the name is free for you to use, and feel free to use it. Packages. Here you list, if you had other sub-packages, you would make a list of those sub-packages as well. That's a special case. But basically this has to be the same name as this one in here. Then it comes to the version. Now this is the first upload, so it's fine to have a 1.0.0 version. And then afterwards, if we do some changes to the library, you might want to increase the version, but I'll show you that later when we do a change. Then you have to choose a license. You can find more licenses in this link. Basically, MIT is a license that gives freedom to anyone to get your code and change it and so on. You can read about MIT on the web. If you want more restrictive licenses, you can find them in this link here, as I told you. And then we have a description of the library, the author name, so change that to your name, but it's not required, so things will work if you don't change all these parameters. These are optional, and put your email address there if you like. The URL. If you are uploading your files into GitHub, you can put the URL of the GitHub repository for your files in here. Or if you have a website or anything, you can put there that URL. Again, it's optional, it's just for informative purposes. And then if you like, you can put some keywords so that when people search for libraries, maybe your library will show up related to the user's searches. And then install requires. This is also half optional, so the upload will work, but when the users install your library, they might not have, for example, the third-party library requests, which is needed in our code. So you see that we are importing requests. So if you want, and of course it's very recommended to do, you need to include all those packages that needs to be installed in the user's computer when the user pip installs your library. So when they do pip install Sunnyday, requests will be installed by default because we are including it in here. And then we have the classifiers. This is also optional information. It gives you the development status of your application, which is alpha for now, and you have other options, as you can see in the description. Intended audience, which is your target audience, so developers who can use your library. And then you can put the topic, mention the license again here. And then we have these programming languages, so what versions your library supports. And these lines are going to be displayed in the PyPi website of your package, of your library. Basically, you are telling users what Python versions your library supports. And to find that out, you can install multiple versions of Python and import your library into each of the Python versions to make sure which version works with your library and which doesn't. But for now, it's not that important. So this should be fine. Now we need to upload these files into PyPi, but we need to upload actually a distribution package. So we need to create a distribution. To do that, what you can do is open a shell, so a command prompt or PowerShell or terminal if you are on Linux or Mac, and which has to point to the setup Py file. So it has to be in the directory where your Sunnyday and your setup Py file are located, as you can see in here, the teaching directory, which is teaching here. Once you make sure of that, then do Python or Py or whatever command you are using to execute Python. Setup.py, so we are executing the setup.py file with the sdist argument. Once you execute that, go to this folder, and if you refresh, or Thony will auto-refresh, you'll see that a dist folder and a manifest file were added there. The dist folder will contain this compressed file, which is ready to be uploaded into PyPi. So PyPi needs this compressed folder containing the package files. Next, you need to install Twine. Twine is a Python library, third-party Python library. You can install it either through Tools, Manage Packages if you're using Thony, or use pip in your command line, pip install twine. So install, close, go to your command line again. Again, you want to make sure that the command line is pointing to the folder, so to the root directory, which is teaching, which contains the dist folder and the package folder and the setup.py file. And then you want to do twine upload. It's good to use the skip existing flag. This is necessary when you do next upload, so after you change something, but it doesn't make any harm to use it right now. And then dist /all. So upload everything in the dist folder. Execute that. Enter your username. The username is the username you created in PyPi.org when you created the account. So basically now we are logging in into the PyPi account. Enter the password as well. Press enter. And if you see this message, view at, that means the uploading was successful, and now you can go to pypi.org, search for the name of the library, and you will find it there. If you click there, that is basically the home page your library has. It gives you the instruction how to install the library, pip install sunnyday. And these are the data we provided through the setup.py file. Now let's go ahead and install the package. You can either install it with pip or with Thonny using tools, manage packages. Sunnyday is the name of my package. And yeah, it's there already. So install. And it was successful. If you are installing it with pip, be careful because, so if you are installing with pip, be cautious the directory you are in your terminal, in your command prompt, because with dir /b, I can see where I am at the moment, and either there is a sunny day folder there. So if you are in the local package directory, the one we created, we developed throughout these sections, and then you install pip, you do pip install sunny day. What you're doing is you are installing the local version of the library. So make sure that among these folders there's no sunny day. If you are on Linux or Mac, use ls instead of dir /b to see a list of folders where you are, but you can just look at the current directory to know. And also this also is true if you want to try the package now. So when you open a Python session, either from here or from Thonny, make sure that the current folder before you open the Python session is not in the directory where the local package is, because otherwise you'd be importing the local package. Now I'm not in that folder, so when I do import sunnyday, I'm importing the actual remote package that I installed. So if you are on Thonny, go to another folder where there's no sunnyday and import sunnyday. So it's working fine. And that's how to upload your package into PyPi. If you like, you can also add your project into GitHub, but that's not necessary. There are people who prefer to put the files in there. There are people who do not do that. It's up to you. And this is about this lecture. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope your library is already up there in PyPi. Thanks. Talk to you later.